Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I'll try to stay on here as long as I can, if I can stay awake. Um, rough, rough night. Like the old dog say, rough, 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 rough. Um, about, I guess, 5 o'clock last night. Well, not even that. I think 4:30. Yeah, 4:30, somewhere around there. Daughter-in-law gets a call from the hospital. Says, "How you doing?" She says, "I'm a little nauseous." Well, we're calling because you need to get back up here. We need to give you more fluids. So I was in the middle of cooking dinner. I got dinner cooked, went over and picked her up, me and Kathy. Drove 35 miles up to the hospital. And we got there at 6 o'clock or 5:30, somewhere around there, 5:30, 6 o'clock. And she went back into a room at 11. And she come out a little after 1 o'clock. And needless to say, I think they could have done it at this hospital. All they would have had to say is, "Hey, go to your nearest hospital and have it done." But you're thinking about going back to sleep? Oh, I understand that, Bobby. Anyways, we got home around 2:40, something like that, 2:45. By the time I went to bed, it was 3 o'clock. Up at 5:30. Good morning, Rinda. Hello, Sanal. Nice to have you here. Good to see you. And by the way, Rinda, you are looking lovely as ever. But as your Facebook post said that what you did, um, your action, like a Hoover vacuum cleaner, that's what Tom said. You know, I'm kidding. Dork. So, anyway, she got her stuff done, and we got home. I made homemade macaroni and cheese last night for dinner. This is what it looks like. I ate a little bit. I don't know. I put ham in it. Looked good. Well, thank you. I know you had a bad moment. Chip Chop, how you doing? Nice to have you here. I was gonna comment on it, but I'm not allowed to comment on Facebook posts for right now. Somebody put me in jail. Anyways, I was at the Salvation Army yesterday, and guess what I picked up? Not much here, Chip Chop. What's up with you, man? Like, yeah, again. Imagine my surprise. Damn, people can't. It's okay if they have their opinion, but I can't have mine. So, anyways, a Duracell power mat. Now, the only thing wrong with it is look at the box right here. See? The box is ripped. As far as I know, it is in new condition because the plastic's still on it. I'm charging it right now. It had a charge on it when I got it. But, see? And it still has the plastic on it. I don't know what they were worth because I've never seen one before because I'm not technically advanced. But me being the person that I am, I decided I wasn't going to pay very much for it, and I didn't. And you know what? I made money because I'm going to sell this on Facebook Marketplace, probably for $1 or $2 less than what they're getting for it. And I bet I do sell it. It's listed anywhere between $8.99 and $24.99. Depends on what store you're going to. Huh. All right, there, Linda. You have yourself a great day. Be careful out there. Tell Tom I said hi. Molly Gordon. Well, imagine you being here. Good morning, dear. How are you doing today? You are looking lovely as ever. Nice to see you. So, anyways, I am a little tired, but I made me a pot of coffee today with 1 scoop of regular coffee and 2 scoops of 1.75. So I've got my motor running, heading down the highway. There you go. Well, thanks, Molly. You don't know how hard it is to get this good looking at such a young age. Kathy's absolutely exhausted because she was exhausted yesterday. And 1.75 times the caffeine is regular coffee. So it's almost twice as much caffeine as regular coffee. I've never seen it until I've seen it in its Maxwell house. 1.75. Pretty good stuff, man. Anyways, Kathy was dealing with 4 sick kids yesterday. Um, Up chucking and how can I put it? They had it going. One of them had it going from both ends. So you're going backwards in age. There you go. Oh, you're welcome, Molly. So, yeah. So, anyways, that power mat is for iPods and what does it say? iPhones and iPods. I don't have an iPhone. I can't afford one. I'm poor. I can't afford an iPod because I'm poor. So, but somebody can. No, I was gonna put it on eBay, but I doubt I'll get enough money for it to even, plus the shipping on it. So, what, honey? I'm thirsty. You thirsty? Okay. I feel better, so I can have milk now. You have a little glass of water right now until Nana gets up, and then she'll say you can have some milk. Okay. Let me get her a glass of water. She hasn't had anything to drink for 24 hours, eat, so for about 24 hours. So. Still dealing with some. She is cute. She's 5, and there's a 5-year-old, 2 4s, and a 6-year-old here, and then a 12 and a 13. So there's 6 kids and 4 adults right now. So, yeah, believe it. So I know you got a birthday at the end of the month, Bobby. You're going to be 67. So, anyways, what was I talking about? I don't know. I was talking to some people in the waiting room last night, and I told them, I was making dinner, and before I come up, and they said, well, you do all the cooking? I said, no, I do a lot of the cooking. No, I said, I do videos and stuff. Oh, really? And I was telling them about, stuff I do. And one guy looked me up and he said, I'm going to be watching your videos. This is interesting. I said, well, that's pretty nice. Thanks. Hey, give her a pair. Yeah, so dealing with her. That's the one that's been sick, had it coming out of both ends. So she even had a fever last night when she went to, when we got home, she had a fever. So this morning. So what's anybody doing today? Anything? Bueller? Oh. Yeah, I know. I'm outnumbered, Chip Chop. You're absolutely right. I'm outnumbered. My son, my oldest son, was married and got divorced. They had 2 kids, got divorced. He got the custody of the kids. Then a few years later, he got married again. They had 2 kids. She left him. They got divorced, and he got the kids because she walked out of the house and left the kids. So he got the kids. So now he has 4 kids. And then he just met this woman about 4 months ago, and she had 2 kids, but they lived 100 miles away. So they moved up here after a few weeks, and now they're living here. So what happened?
You're too big.
Gretchen, I'm not going to be dealing with you.
Come here.
Oh.
Why my butt wet too?
Yeah, you got a little family. You're right there, Chip Chop. Yep. So then the guy across the street, we'll refer to him as the Beverly Hillbillies, and Fred G. Sanford, they were buying the house across the street. And then one day they called the guy that they were buying it from and said, hey, we're not buying this house no more. We found another house and we're going to move there. Well, needless to say, they pretty much ruined this house. It needs a ton of work. Sanitized for one thing, cleaned. Did I mention cleaned? Did I say cleaned already? And sanitized. Did I say sanitized already? and it's got to be cleaned and sanitized and remodeled. Um, you know, so the owner come over and asked if we would be interested in it, if my son would be interested in it. And I said, most likely, but it depends on what you want for it and what it looks like. I mean, I can do some, but I can't do a lot. I can show you what to do, but I can't do, a lot of stuff. So they're in the process of cleaning this hazardous hazmat area, up. They had to have the cops there 4 different times because the people that used to live there, they don't live there no more. But they had somebody living with them, and he won't move out, even though he's never paid a nickel of rent or anything. So, yeah. So, the real owner of the house told the cops, "I want him out. He's not even he's not a tenant here." So, that's what they're dealing with right now. So. And the guy's an outright pig. So, Carolyn, one to be free. How are you doing? Hello for a minute. So. I can't show that chip chop, but I understand where you're coming from. Yeah. YouTube guidelines won't let me show it, so I can't. You're taking Bailey to be spayed? Well, shouldn't you be taking Puddles? I think I'd be taking Puddles too. Yeah, it is. Huh? What? No, you were told that this morning.
What was it?
Cody was supposed to tell you not to wake up Harley.
I didn't. She woke me up.
I know that. I heard her walking. Good morning, Kevin. Nice to have you here. So anyways, those of you that are just tuning in, I had to take the daughter-in-law, me and my wife had to take the daughter-in-law back up to the hospital last night. It was around 4:30, I guess we got the call. By the time we got up there, it was like 5:30, somewhere around there. I can't even remember anymore. But I didn't get home till almost 2:45 this morning. So. But I did have something happen last night. Yeah. Take them with them. They don't know Puddles isn't your dog. And, you take Puddles with you, and they say, well, what's his name? His name's Oscar. How old is he? He's 4.5. Come on, Oscar. Oscar gets him cut off. You take him back home. He goes running home. Huh. Gretchen, go back to bed. But anyways, I did have something happen last night. Pulled up the emergency room. I got out of the car. Some guy jumped in and took off with it. Yeah. He threw something at me and away he went. Valet parking. You better put a step on it.
I know, it's 6:50. It don't take me that long.
Well, it does if you're sitting there moping.
I'm not.
You was up at that time? Yeah. What was you doing? Walking to the bathroom, Kevin? Oh. 10 minutes to 3 or something like that. I laid down. So. And 5:50, the alarm was going to go off, and I checked my clock and my my phone. I didn't know what time it was, and it was 5:40. So I got up because I knew it was coming off. So. I'm gonna. I know something's been wrong with Facebook Messenger, but other people were. I couldn't post anything, but other people could. So.
She pooped and she needs some.
Oh, kids. Anyway, sorry, I'm back. So the 5-year-old needs Nana, and Nana's not in a good mood. She's tired. You was warming up the bug out bus there, RV. I don't blame you. No. No, they're down for 8 hours. Okay, I don't know. I don't care. I'm about ready to get off on Facebook. There's too many crybabies in there. Every time I turn around, somebody's crying. Your views are inappropriate. Well, just because my views aren't the same as yours doesn't mean my views are inappropriate. Inappropriate. Maybe your views are. So you know how it is. Anyways, I was talking to some people last night, and RV about your bug out bus. I was telling them about everything I do. For shit hitting the fan, SHTF. For the longest time, I didn't know what them initials stood for. But anyways, I was telling them everything I got, how I prep, can, and everything. And this woman looked at me and she says, I've been thinking about that. I said, it doesn't cost much. Every time you go to the store, stop at the Dollar Tree, buy a couple of things for $1, $1 a piece, buy some rice, buy some beans, buy some, broth, or buy some stuff, buy some bouillon cubes. Put all that stuff in your preps. Nana doesn't feel good. Unhappy Nana? Mm-hmm. Oh.
What? What is that?
She wanted some milk this morning. You better be getting the bus there, Kirsten.
What is this for?
They gave us a split that we had to. You know that going on just thing? They made us do it. They gave us a slip at school, and I have to get it signed for today. You might even want my patient.
Well, I don't even have a goddamn pencil.
Here.
Okay. Hurry up, Gretchen.
Forgot about it till
Did you
today.
get
It was
some?
really comfortable. No, because of yesterday. I thought
Ain't nothing wrong with her today.
You perhaps you have a huge box of 38s. There you go. That's funny, Kevin. No.
I'm
The bus. Where's her back? Her hat's about ready to fall off.
Shut the door.
Oh, I'll tell you, some kids.
I'm not playing. No more. Knock it off.
And my guy I bought the house from yesterday, he come over. He says, "Hey, did you hear about what can happen? I said, what's that? He said, um, he's trying to think of what it is. Electronic, electric magnetic pulse.
Dad can't do nothing.
I said, oh yeah, I know all about that. He said, you better have some stuff in case, And I'm sitting there trying not to laugh because this guy, he doesn't know that I'm, that I do prep. And he says, get you a wood burner and stuff like that. I said, I've got some stuff out there to make one. I said, I've been going to do it, but I just haven't got to it. And he said, you got all the stuff? I said, yeah. So.
Can you help me open it?
And
Pushing buttons, honey. No.
shut up.
Anyways, I said, if I was going to put a wood burner in here, he said, but you don't have a chimney or anything. I said, hell, I'd knock out a window and run the chimney out through the window and up. That'd be my chimney. Yeah, that's right. I have, right now I have over 40 pounds of coffee. Okay. And they're all in, airtight containers, or, Mylar bags. So we said, well, won't that stuff go stale? I said, well, it shouldn't really go stale. And even if it does, I'm still going to drink it. I'm not after it for the taste. I'm after it for the caffeine to wake up. So good morning, Jerry. Nice to have you here. I got to get Mama to give me that book so I can finish getting into that contest. But I've got like 50 pounds right now of red beans, 50 pounds of the northern beans. I've got probably 100 pounds of rice. And I've got about 30 pounds of split peas. Nah, he's not in Russian jail there, Bobby. So. And I don't know if you guys seen my video yesterday. C period, U period, N period, T period. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it. That's right. That's why I make wine. Good for trading. There's that you're right there, Jerry, that diabolical Chinese informant. Anyways, this woman was asking me, she says, what about medical preps? What do you do for that? So. Anyways, I told her, I said, female sanitary napkins is probably one of the best things you can buy. They're one of the big, you get a wound or something and you need, a big gash and you need to stop the bleeding. You can put them on there and that'll help. Just a second. Sorry about that, but you know, she needed her nana. You're right there, RV. Yep, you can put our saran wrap on it. And as far as your seeds, yeah, I've got buckets of seeds. Actually, what they are, they're coffee containers, plastic containers full of seeds. I've got some in the freezer. So, no, it's not. I think sometimes she's just playing it, you know. So, but we are having a panel today, so anybody wants to come on up, let me know. He is interesting there, RV. He's not very good looking, but he is interesting. No. Jerry looks like he was caught on fire and put out with an axe, but it's okay. You know, I don't look at, you know, YouTube channels because of their looks, because of their content. But it's okay. RV's got a good channel. And if you guys want to learn something, that's the person to go to. It's RV. So. He's almost as old as I am. Yeah, I'm just jealous of your prettiness. That's right, Jerry. You are so handsome, you little bitty cute fella, you. No. Those that are just tuning in, had to take the daughter-in-law back to the hospital last night because they didn't give her enough fluids or whatever. So they had her come back up to give her another IV bag full of fluids. We left here, I don't know, 4:30 or so. By the time we got up there, and by the time we got back, it was 2:45 in this morning. So I bet it does work great. Mom's in bed, so you guys are going to have to get Stella off to school. No. The guy that yeah, reality sucks. You're right, Kevin. The guy I bought my house from, he was here yesterday, and we were talking, like I was saying, talking about preps. I took him downstairs to the pantry. He hadn't been down there since I bought the house, and I showed him what we've done down there. He said, "Man, this really looks nice down here. You got a lot of stuff down here." So, and then after he left, I ended up going through the apples, and I threw away about 5 pounds of apples and about 4 pounds of carrots. I say I threw them away, but I recycled them. I put them in the garden. They'll turn into either squirrel food or rabbit food or possum food or raccoon food and fertilizer. So compost. So. So, anything interesting happen to anybody? Anything? Yeah, that's funny, Jerry. Yeah. Wow. Written in Blood is live. Topless stream with networking. There you go. Mm-hmm. Topless. Written. Yeah. So, I haven't had a chance to watch the news in the last couple of days, so I have no idea what's going on. He liked them? That's pretty cool. They're starting to advertise spam again on TV. What's that commercial? You never tried it till you fried it. No. And then they, cubed it up and made it into, Chinese stir fry with rice or something like that, and peas and carrots. Looked pretty good to me. But again, I like spam. So, and for those that don't know what spam is, it's spam, SPAM, which means spiced ham. That's all it is. It was developed for some way to get the soldiers, I think, in World War II, protein. So they come up with spam so they could can it, so it could be, it didn't have to be refrigerated. Now, did you top it off with cheese and a slice of tomato and onion, or just regular? Scientifically produced animal matter. There you go. Yeah. Are you sure it doesn't stand for assorted products after murder? Just cheese? Yeah. I was watching a video the other day, and they were showing some of the foods that are really good shelf stable, and one of them is canned hams, and I happen to have like 12 canned hams downstairs. Um, they probably expired in 2017 or so, but there's nothing wrong with the cans. The cans are still nice looking. There's no dents, there's no bulges, there's no abnormalities in the cans. I would not be afraid whatsoever to open it up and slice it up and put it in a frying pan and eat it. So, I got to go to the ENT, ear, nose, and throat doctor on the 22nd of April. Lucky. Yeah. Got this ringing in the ears. I thought maybe I could get in to see him. Yeah, a month and a half away. I got to go have a hearing test first. And then I got to go see them. The hearing test I have done that morning right down below them. Then I go upstairs and go to that. So. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's the only can of meat that can last longer than the can it was in. That's right. Um, I don't know. He was here yesterday. He said he overslept. As far as his daughter, I don't know. I think they go this Friday. Tomorrow, I believe. I don't know. My memory's kind of fogged up right now. So I've been praying for her. So. And if you guys would put Junkyard in your prayers, he'll appreciate it. So. But I think that's pretty cool, Kevin, that your grandson loves it. Or liked it. That way, if you get him to eating that kind of stuff now, he'll eat it later. Are you worried about something? Or just your wife keeping you up at night? Oh, Kevin. Oh, Kevin. I wish my kids would have started eating, Spam and treat and stuff like that, and Vienna sausages and potted meat, because then, they would eat that stuff now. Now they're so damn picky. That doesn't happen. They're so damn picky now. They won't eat nothing. You got to, make 2 different meals half the time. My mom and dad always made 2 meals every day, 2 meals for all of us kids. First meal was take it, and the other one was leave it. So that was the 2 meals we got. You're absolutely right. Hey, and if you go to the Dollar Tree, they have 1 pound plastic bottles, jars of Himalayan salt for $1. Okay. And I was at the food auction the other day, and I bought Durkee black pepper I think in the 4-ounce cans for $1. I bought 3. And the week before that, I bought 1. And the wife, she ended up buying 2 black peppers that morning before we went to the auction at the store for $1 a piece at the Dollar Tree, and they're the only little 1-ounce ones or whatever. And she said, "Man, that's a good buy." And I should have bought a whole case of them for that price. Pepper, a whole case of black pepper, you'll probably never go through that in your entire life, especially at 4-ounce cans, and there's 24 in a case. That's a lot of pepper. Yeah, it makes your senses dull. That's right. So I'm going to start. I'm going to pick up. I don't know, over the next couple of months, 5 to 10 pounds. What? She's not going? Okay. Huh? Okay. I'll tell them when she gets up. So. Huh? Okay. But I'm going to pick up some more 5 to 10 pounds of Himalayan salt. I'm going to pick up some regular salt. I've got flour in vacuum sealed bags that I vacuum sealed, and then I put in a freezer and froze. I've got some of that downstairs. I'm not too big on storing too much flour, because that's one thing that can go bad. You can get a bug in it and then you're screwed, so. Hey, do me a favor. Go get one of them caramel bottles out of the refrigerator and bring it in and put it on the stove. No. Actually, that caramel milk that I got the other day, that's pretty good stuff, man. I use that for cream for the coffee. Salted caramel. You're right, RV. Same way when I was a kid. My mom and dad, there was 7 kids. My mom and dad, there was 9 of us. And my dad made around $200 a week, which back then was good money. Back in the 70s, $200 a week, but in the 60s and 70s was actually pretty good money. But he made about $200 a week. And my mom and dad had to feed 9 people on $200 a week, plus pay, for gas, insurance, and lights and house payments and taxes and stuff like that. And my mom and dad made it. They did it. My mom could take anything and make a meal out of it. And Kathy will tell you, my mom was a damn good cook. She could take, there could be some leftover potatoes and, some roast or whatever. And by the time she got all said and done, it was probably one of the best meals you ever had. So. Just put it on the table, on the stove right now. The thing I had when I was growing up was cream peas and tuna. Well, go potty. And what it was a bechamel sauce, and you took peas, frozen peas, but you took the bechamel sauce and you added tuna to it and got it cooking. Then you threw in frozen peas at the very end of it and got it cooked. Then you warmed it all up and you served it over toast. And I like it. Kathy doesn't like it, but I like it. I haven't had it in 35 years, but I've been thinking about making it and doing a video on it. So. Kathy makes it SOS, hamburger gravy over potatoes. Yeah, you should have some iodine. You're right. So, that's about the only place you actually get your iodine from is from iodized salt. But good morning, Yankee. Nice to have you here. A beautiful snowy morning, huh? Well, it's supposed to be 65 degrees here today. I ain't saying sunny, but 65.
Cereal can make me help.
What?
A little cereal can make me better.
You can get a little cereal in just a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Okay, go sit and watch TV. 61 degrees today with light rain. It's 47 degrees right now. So, ouch. Got a hangnail. So. Okay. So you fill up a 2-liter bottle of Coke or whatever, and then you put about an inch of salt on top of it. Supposed to hit 40. Well, you're gonna have a flash flood there, Yankee. So, a lot of things people don't store up is cornstarch, baking powder. You know, keep some of that stuff in hand too. I'm not saying a lot, but you had 5 pounds of baking powder and 5 pounds of cornstarch, that'd go a long ways. That'll last you a long time. I think tomorrow, I think I'm going to can that chicken a la king I got left. So that'll be pretty good. I think I have probably about 4 quarts of it. I believe today I am going to make some split pea soup. So, and nobody's going to eat that but me. So I'm going to make a big pot of that. Then I'll can that along with the chicken a la king. So they may not eat it now, but I bet they'll eat it later. Good morning, Big Steve. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Good to see you. Did you do something different to your hair, Steve? You're looking handsome as ever. Oh. See, you did something different to it. It's all blue. Josh, how are you doing? Good morning. Nice to have you here. I can tell I ain't getting no sleep, man. I'm itching all over. So, but I'm glad she's okay. So, yeah, that's the main concern. She's okay and the baby's okay. So, at the end last night, they had to do. They wouldn't let her leave until she ate a yogurt, and then she had to have an ultrasound done. So that's not. I don't need to take a shower because I'm itching. Lack of sleep does it. So, Lee, how are you doing? You're looking lovely as ever. Nice to see you. Hi, Ladybug. You're cute as a button, you are. Good morning, Christy. You're looking lovely as ever also. So, I'm having a decent morning. So, and you make a crock pot of rootin' tootin' goulash. There you go. Oh, I know what you're saying there, Steve. I got my skin is so dry that underneath from my kneecaps on down, man, that really itches all the time. And then, I've got that I can't remember what they call it, but circulation problems down in my knees or below my knees. So yeah, you can. Hey, Steve. I can't show it to you because it's against YouTube guidelines. And the ladybug is here, so I can't say it. Okay. Hey, I thought it was pretty interesting there, Yankee. So, it does. I appreciate everybody. I tried to at least, show a thumbs up and a heart. So, yeah, you can send me the rootin' tootin' goulash video or recipe. So, irondog63@gmail.com. So, put do not delete. Iron Dog, do not delete. For those that didn't see it this morning, I picked that up at the Salvation Army. It still has a plastic on the outside of the apparatus. It's for iPhones or iPads. I don't have an iPhone or an iPad, but I can put it online. I bet somebody does. So, and I also got these. Speakers. They work okay. They're not the best things in the world, but at least I can hear stuff now. Does anybody want to come on up on the panel? Normally, Junkyard and Gene do, but neither one of them are here. So, Yankee, you want to come on up? I made, for those that just joined, I made macaroni and cheese last night, homemade macaroni and cheese last night. And I had some of that ham that I bought from the Gordon Food Service. I brought that in out of the freezer, sliced that all up, turned up little small pieces, and put that in the macaroni and cheese and baked it. Turned out pretty good. All right, Kevin, take care, man. We'll see you later. Thanks for being here. All right, you're more than welcome. Anytime I'm having a panel there, Yankee, you're more than welcome to come on up. I appreciate it. So. Okay. Well, I don't like you either, Steve. I don't. I love you, man. Furnace is kicking in.
I'm going to that table.
Huh?
I'm going to that table.
No, go sit and watch TV. I will make you your breakfast in a little bit. She wants breakfast right now. Whether there's 2 other kids, feed them all at once. A lot easier for me. Yes, you are. Oh, what? We don't have any snow. It's gone. It rained like hell here the other day, so we don't have any snow at all. It's gone. You are too big, Steve. Grizz will say that even. You've been pen paling Grizz. It's starving the kid. Yeah. I can't show that, Big Steve. I have to actually hide it. He said, get up off my arse and make the kid a bowl of cereal. He's starving her. So, yeah. Kicking it with Karen. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Good to see you. On your way to school, are you? I'm not saying that, Karen has a lot of age on her, but I figured she would have graduated high school a long time ago. Just saying. Yeah, I can show it. I can read it, but I can't show it. Oh, you're at school. Any chance of graduating this year, Karen? She's a teacher. You guys got to check out her video. You graduated in 1982, so did I. So that would make you 39. She's got a lot of good videos. You got to watch them. So, I watched her sausage video the other day. I thought that was pretty good. I learned some stuff. I did. So, see, I told you she was 39. All right there, Yankee. You could actually put this up on the big screen there, Karen, and we could tell all these kids how privileged they are nowadays. Like they don't have to do the stuff we had to do back in the 70s, the 60s, and the early 80s. We didn't have an iPhone, iPad, or smartphone or whatever to be playing games on all day long. We had to actually go out and do something. Good morning, Dirty Dog Diggers. Nice to have you here. You're looking lovely as ever. And by the way, Karen, you're looking lovely as ever, too. I forgot to say that, I think. But you're all looking lovely as ever. What's funny is you show a kid today a rotary phone and they have no idea how to dial it. And you're welcome, Karen. Hey, I know. You can't do that, but kids don't know how easy they have it nowadays. They think they have it hard. They don't have it hard. And back then, I call them the good old days because they were actually better. So you didn't have any of that stuff in the 90s. They were better because you actually got to go out and socialize with people. That's what's missing nowadays. There's no socializing. The only socializing there is anymore is going out to the bars. You know, but it used to be all the kids in the neighborhood got in, went over to the big field and they played football, they played baseball, softball, um, dodgeball, kickball, whatever. You're a little younger than me. Yeah, you're right. You are. So, Steve, you know what? Honestly, I understand all that, but you should go back and get your GED or whatever. But that's socializing on YouTube. Yeah, that's not the same. You got to have personal contact with people. Well, that's because the times are changed now, to go over to the local field. But if the technology had never been invented, like the cell phones and all that, and we had just kept up a steady pace on the way we were advancing, um, you know, kids would still be out in fields playing football and baseball and softball and stuff like that. The neighbor down the street from us, they had a great big side yard, and we used to play baseball there all the time. He never cared. He mowed it and everything, and he never cared. I remember mush. I ate that a few times when I was a kid. My dad used to eat it. That's why we didn't eat it a lot, because my dad ate it every day for breakfast, and he, flat refused. My mom would make it, and my dad wouldn't eat it because he ate it so much he wouldn't eat it no more. That's right. That's the way it used to be. Me and my brother, we would go have, we'd have breakfast in the morning, eat a big bowl of cereal, some toast or something, and they wouldn't see us until dinner time. So, during the summer, we just tell it, hey, we're going to go play football or we're going to go play baseball or whatever, and we'd be gone all day. Or go for a ride on the bikes. We used to ride all over. So, you graduated a year before Moses did? I know. And I talked to Moses, and he said he cheated by looking over your shoulder to get the answers. He had a hill to sled. That was pretty cool. I used to deliver papers when I was a kid. I was, a paper boy. You don't see too many of them anymore. It's usually paper men anymore. So, yeah, I used to deliver papers. Worst job I ever had because it hardly paid anything, man. If people didn't pay their bill, they took it out of the paper boy. The paper didn't eat the cost of the paper boy did. When you deliver a paper to somebody and, you go to get paid once a month and they look at you and say, well, I ain't paying for it. I don't want it no more. And back then, the paper was like $3 a month or something like that. Well, that $3 came out of you. It didn't come out of the paper. So. And when you were making, back then I was making like $10 a week. But you get a couple of people stiffing you for $3, there went your money. So I went to collect one time for this woman, and her son graduated a couple years before me. I went to collect, and I told her what the bill was. And she says, "There's no way I owe that. I just paid it." I said, "No, you didn't." She said, "Well, yes, I did." I said, "Where is your, because you had a card. When you paid it, you clipped her card and then you punched your card." So I ended up showing her card and my card were the same. She says, "I could have swore I paid it." $2.75 for delivered papers, yeah. So, and it was like 2 months that she owed. I knew that, wasn't that they were skipping out on the bill or anything. They were just, it was during football season, and I didn't play football. So, but she was always gone, picking up her son at practice when I would make it there, Finally, I caught her home one day. So, and they didn't have a Sunday paper back then. So, and Saturdays, I delivered papers. I was done delivering papers by 7 o'clock in the morning. So, people don't like it when you knock on the door at 6:30 in the morning wanting money. So, now, do you guys give your paper boy or paper delivery guy a Christmas card? I used to when I was a kid doing it. I don't do it now with a man doing it. Let me borrow $1. There you go. Yeah. Anyways, I used to, give the kid a Christmas card, and I, would either have a $5 in it or, a gift certificate to McDonald's or something. Depends. But when I was a garbage man, we used to get stuff all the time for Christmas. There'd be boxes out there, with wrapping on it. So the garbage man, be cookies and, all sorts of stuff. These people would, because a lot of people, you don't pick up their garbage, they get upset. They don't care if the mayor ever shows up or whatever, but, they miss the garbage man when he's not there. So, and we used to have, on our route, we'd have, there's two little kids, a boy and a girl, and they were like 3 and 4 years old. And they lived, their house was probably about 150 feet off the road. And their mom, would tell them, "Hey, it's garbage day." And they'd be looking out the side window of the house to see us coming down the street. And then they would get their coats on, and their mom would bring them out, and they would bring us a bottle of pop and cookies. Or they would bring us, some candy or whatever. But every week they would be out there. And the kids got the biggest kick out of it because they just love the garbage man, So let you hold $1. I don't have $1 on me, Steve. I couldn't tell you what a dollar bill looks like. I'd give you some folding money, but the change doesn't fold that good. So, all right. I'll look at it there, Josh. In fact, I'll read it. Let me get this thing loaded. Rootin' tootin' goulash. Do not delete. Okay. Okay. Dear Iron Dog, this is my recipe for rootin' tootin' goulash. I am writing this recipe down slow because I know you can't read too fast. Thanks, Josh. Brown 2 pounds of ground meat. He uses pork. 32 ounces of picante sauce. He uses mild because he can't handle nothing spicy. A 48-ounce tomato juice. A 16-ounce box of hard shells. Mix it in a crock pot and let it simmer all day. Does sound yummy. Uh, Let me see. I'm trying to get it so I can copy it. Let's see if I can get to paste now. There we go. Nope. I have to get rid of some stuff. There you go. Look at that. Right on the money. There you go. You don't remember writing all that? That's funny. Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding with you, Josh. But there it is. There's his recipe. So, sounds pretty good. Oh man, goulash is great. So, um, I make it all the time. Kathy makes it. So it's one of the cheapest meals you can make that'll go a long ways. Especially then you have bread and butter with it. Can you do like the mummy does on Scooby Doo there, Big Steve? Coins, coins. So you just saw that last week. There you go. Now we make goulash, but we don't put the picante sauce in it. We use stewed tomatoes and tomato juice, onions, elbow macaroni or Rotella or rigatoni or any kind of pasta will work except for spaghetti. So, well, people, it's about that time. I'm going to have to get me a cup of coffee and I have to use a little boys' room. Go ahead and feel free to talk about me if you want. I completely understand because, you know, I've got broad shoulders and you can talk about me. I'll be right back. Here's something to look at. This is what I made last night for dinner. So you can look at that until I get back. There we go. Good morning, Marie. Nice to have you here. Looking lovely as ever. Well, you guys have been busy. Good morning, Tim. How are you doing? Marie, you're looking lovely as ever. Moose Knuckle. That's funny. Sounds hot, Steve. Good morning, Moose. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Had to do some repairs. That'd be the fifth time somebody told you to do that this morning. Yeah. All right, there, Josh. You have yourself a great day, man. Thanks a lot for being here. I really appreciate it. Hookers don't count, Moose. Oh. JD, good morning. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. How's Miss Oakley? That's right. How's Allie? More important, how's Doris doing? I'm trying to. It was a rough night. About 4:30, got called. 4:30 yesterday afternoon, got a call. Had to run my daughter-in-law back up to the hospital because they didn't give her enough fluids. Evidently, somebody ordered an IV and she didn't get it, and they discharged her, so they made her come back up and get it. So I picked her up at around 4:30, I guess, 4:45, somewhere around there. By the time we got home, it was 2:45 in the morning. So. No. So I got home around 2:45, hit the sack, and was up at 5:40. So hard to believe I look this damn good with that little bit of a sleep, huh? Yeah. Hard to believe. Dork. Hi, Brenda. You're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here, Brenda. Now, if Seamus was with her, we could get an intelligent conversation, but Seamus isn't with her, so we just have to settle for Brenda. I'm working too. He does have a good voice. Doesn't sound like Big Steve Entertainment singing. Now, if you took a cat and you grabbed its paws and you started pulling out its claws one at a time, and while you were pulling on its claws one at a time, you took a pair of vice grips and you clamped on the cat's tail, pinching it as hard as you can. That'd be what Steve sounds like singing. Oh, no, not the bark, you dog. There ain't no barking way you're going to say that to me, Big Steve. Yeah, gonna park and do something. Yeah, I'm gonna park and do something. If Steve had to sing for supper, he'd be skinny real fast. Yeah, I'm gonna do some AMS, okay, or whatever it's called. How's that? Is that soothing? Go suck an egg. Yeah. Oh, by the way, everybody, we're going to have a YouTube reunion. So uh, if you all would like to come to my house, we're going to have a big reunion. I'm cooking. You just had eggs. I made the lovely bride yesterday. I showed you that Michigan bread. That is like it's like a muffin bread. It's nice and dense. It's heavy. I made her some toast with that, a couple of crispy fried eggs, and some bacon. That's because I love her so much. That's why. Yeah. And I'm going to. Oh, I'm sorry. After I do the dishes from yesterday's meal, because I was gone all night and nobody else could actually figure out how to operate the Dawn dishwashing liquid in the sink, because me and the missus weren't here all night. But after I get the dishes done from last night, because I know how to operate the sink and the Dawn dishwashing liquid, evidently I'm pretty much the only one in the house that knows how to do that. After I start the dishwasher up and get the dishes done, I'm going to make my bride some breakfast this morning. Major malfunction. Vinny G is live. You hit her shovel? There you go. That's funny, Tim. Or Steve, you could send JD $59.99 and he will send you some CD copies. Yes, he will. You and Grizz. If Grizz don't send it to you, ask Alp 270. Maybe Alp will do it. I hear Grizz and Alp are having a little dispute now between one another, and so maybe Alp will do it for you. I guess Grizz called Alp an alien, and you know, Alp didn't like it because he's been here so long. He thought he had to, um, be considered for DACA. So, you ordered a Hazy Days CD? I haven't seen Hazy Days in a long time. I should go out and see him. Last time I seen you Dizzy was on somebody else's live stream. So Dirty Dog Diggers, are you having another dog contest this month? Or did you already have one this month? I didn't see, so. They are. I like them. If I could afford to buy one, I would. Um, they're pretty cool. There's after a cigar box or something like that. They sound pretty good too, man. I'm glad the dog's got the appetite back. There you go, Steve. And I actually have to check Dirty Dog Diggers because I haven't gotten a thing from you, so I'm gonna have to check and see if they unrung your bell or whatever. Okay. Look at this. Now, I know I had Dirty Dog Digger's bell rung. Right there. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Kitty litter diggers. I'm going to have to catch up there. I seen that silverware art. Somebody did a video of that too a few months ago. I seen that. That's pretty cool. Maybe it was you that done it. I can't remember. Guys, check out Dirty Dog Diggers. Denise is a hell of a nice woman. She deserves everything she can get from you guys. There you go. You got another car now? What did you get? Please tell me you didn't get another Mustang. You're selling it? All right, I'll make you an offer on it. $50 plus you pay the shipping. And I'm probably being really, really generous there, Big Steve. Because it is a Mustang. No, he got a Yugo. That's right. Yeah. I didn't mean to be funny there, Steve. Serious. You know, if it had been a Chevy Nova or a Camaro, you know, it'd be worth some money. Or a Dodge Charger or a Super Bee or a Challenger. Now, I'm not talking this junk they have now. I'm talking about the stuff back in the 60s and the 70s. See, I've already offered you $25 more than Bobby did. Supercharged. So. You got to get that van fixed, Big Steve. Because actually, your van doesn't look too bad. Huh. I'll just have to talk to your mother. Yeah, it'd be a good trade. You're right. Good morning, Tammy Sprinkle. You're looking lovely as ever. You're going to get a Chevy Impala? That would be a good trade for that Yugo there, Tim. A windshield wiper for Yugo. I mean, if you got the windshield wiper, that'd be a good trade. Wherever you go, it's you go. I tell you one thing about them Yugos, they don't like going over the Mackinac Bridge. Well, they do like going over. They like going over the guardrail, right into the water. They don't like traveling over it, though. Pinto. I seen a 77, I think it was, Ford Comet. The little Mavericks in the Comets back then. I think those were the coolest body styles. I would like to get one like that. I seen one the other day. The guy wants $3,800 for it. It needs a lot. I mean, the body's in good shape, from what I can see. But that doesn't mean it's in good shape. A lot of stuff can be hidden with Bondo and paint. But you're selling it as a fixer for $1,000. Make sure if you do sell it, you give them a receipt and you sign it as is. That's right. Fill the gas tank and it'll triple in resale value. There you go. Never thought about that. Now, years ago, about 6 years ago, when gas was $3.50 a gallon or whatever, my engine blew in my pickup. So it was a 1980 Chevy pickup. I had it towed home. Cost me $80 to have it towed home. So I towed it home. But I had just filled up the tank of gas. Probably 7 miles before it blew up. And back then that was $80 or something like that. So I went to, I had it for sale. And the guy said, well, you give me $200 for it. I said, well, I'll take the $200 for it, but you can't have a gas tank. He said, why can't I have a gas tank? I said, because it's got, a full tank of gas. He said, really? I said, yeah. I said, I just filled it and you can check it. I filled it up about 7 miles before the engine blew. And he ended up giving me $60 more because of the gas tank. So, there you go. I got 1/3 more. So, I'll tell you what, Big Steve, when Bobby gets that trucker running, he's going to sling that arm over Miss Tammy, and he's going to have one arm on the steering wheel, and he's going to be driving Miss Tammy. They'll be cruising like honeymooners up and down the strip. He'll have one arm over her shoulder, holding on to her like this. He'll have one arm like this, and she'll have one hand on his shifter. Right here, by the steering wheel. You guys get your minds out of the gutter. That's right. Scuzz Twiddley's truck is a Ford, though. Brian, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. What are you doing up this early in the AM? Did you have to get up and go to the bathroom or something? Because it is only 5:20 in the AM there. Good morning, Brian. I never heard the creeper van, the candy van. That's right. We've heard the truck run, Steve. Let's hear the van run now. Found on the road dead. You can't sleep? Would you like me to sing you a lullaby, Brian? Shoot some ether into the carburetor. Or a fuel injection system. Lullaby, good night, sleepy tight there, Brian. Shh, everybody be quiet, Brian's sleeping. Well, if you can't be sleeping, Brian, then at least I'm glad you're here. You're right. I've got a Ford Edge 2011, and that thing is the loudest damn thing going down the road. The tires make so much noise on it. There's no sound deadening whatsoever in the fender walls. This thing is just loud as hell. My son-in-law was back here, and he's riding in the back of it, and he said, "You got a bearing going out?" I said, "No, it's the tires." He said, "No, that's a bearing." I said, "Really?" So we drove like 70 miles. I got out and I said, "Come back here and feel the hubs. If it's a bearing, they're going to be hot, right?" He said, "Yeah." Cold as a cucumber, both of them back here. Not a bearing, it was the tires. The tires are making that noise. All hail King Ian. All hail King Ian. Good afternoon, Ian, or good morning, Ian. Nice to have you here. Good to see you. Dinner with the dog, that's right. What you having there, Ian? I warmed up some macaroni and cheese this morning because I made it last night and I wanted to taste it. It tastes pretty damn tasty. So, it doesn't look all that great now because it's cold, but when I warmed it up, it looked damn good. So I love them old Chevys, man. I do. Then again, I used to have a couple of GTOs. Had some Pontiac Bonnevilles, some Novas. I had a Camaro. I had a Chevette. I've had a Pontiac Tempest. What else? I've had a Buick. I've had an Oldsmobile Cutlass. I've had a Dodge extended van. I've had a Dodge regular van. I've had a Chevette, a Dodge minivan, a Plymouth minivan. A GMC Sierra pickup, a Chevy pickup. This Ford Edge, a Dodge pickup. I think that's about it. And I had 50, yeah, I had an old Plymouth. 1936 Dodge, there you go. Welcome back, Yankee. Yeah, he bought it new. That's right. That's right, Ian. Yeah, right off the showroom floor. He got it new. Had to order it. Yeah. I want to get actually an extended cab 1-ton dually or one ton single axle full size pickup. I can't afford that right now, so got straight from the dealer. That's right. Before I forget, I better check. Hold on a second, you guys. I gotta get this wrote down before I forget it. Sorry about that. There you go. There we go. Sorry about that. But I had to get that sent out because if I didn't, I'd forget about it. So. Huh. Okay. YouTube still hasn't responded back to my letter, my email to them. You know, I don't know what's so hard. You know, they keep responding or sending me an email wanting me to respond to them, but they don't want to respond back. So you forgot you had me on? Headphones were around. Well, I know. That's what Kathy said. Sorry about that. Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. Yeah. Oh, and I forgot I had a Jeep CJ5 too, and a CJ or a Jeep Cherokee. No, and I had a two-door Jeep Cherokee. I had a CJ5 Jeep, and then I also had a four-door 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Thing had the 4.0 in it, or 4.2, something like that. I can't remember. I hate liter engines, anyways. But it had it was a four-wheel drive, had a 10-disc CD changer, heated seats, a whole nine, two sunroofs or moon roofs in it. This thing was the cat tiny. Yeah. Hey, Lane Nippy, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. You don't know how you found that out or found this? Well, I'm glad you did. Nice to have you here. Don't understand what this is. Oh, I know. I know what it is. Um, today is the 14th of March. Okay. And I just got somebody sent out a notification back on Facebook that the 14th of March is steak. And so I marked it on my calendar, showed it to my wife. Yeah, lots of luck on that, huh? Hey, hey. So, well, I'm glad you found us, Lane. Hopefully, you enjoy the show. I'm not very funny, but I am stupid. The weird part of YouTube. That's right. Your mom doesn't like her new car? Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Tell her to trade it in for something she likes then. Oh. You had to blow the horn for the headlights to work? Yep, that's what it is. Yeah, she said you're dreaming again. You're right. That was on Facebook, and it said that, you know, I tried to figure out what it was. You know, there it is. I remember now. So no more birthdays for you, Bobby. No, no. Forrest Gump was not stupid. But there's a difference between being stupid and ignorant. Forrest Gump was ignorant. Being stupid is one thing. Stupid means you're not willing to learn. Ignorant means is that you do not know. That's why the law states ignorance of the law is no excuse. It's because you should know the law. Being stupid is a different thing. He was a little still slow. See you later, Brenda. But then again, Bubba Gump Shrimp. He ended up rich, though, that's right. Kenya, what's up there? Huh? What's up? Hey, you should have been here yesterday. Golden Freddy was here. Talking about you. Yeah, he sure was. I told him he was going to put his number out there, and he said, how dare her. You can change ignorance. You're right. It's actually, if I'm correct, it's actually a true story. You watched Forrest Gump twice last night? What'd you do? Watch Bobby walk through the living room, then he turn around and come back? And she said, run, Forrest, run. Yep. You was with your mom. So. Well, Golden Freddy was here yesterday. He was talking some serious stuff about you. If you want, you can go through my chat room. Go read the chat from yesterday. It's up there. Shawshank Redemption. Stew Cocktail Creole. The best movie. Watch that movie right there. It has Lou Gossett Jr. in it and James Woods. Days of Thunder. That was a good movie. Good morning, Jeff Giordano. Hopefully I'm saying Jeffrey Giordano. Giordino. I know I'm killing your last name. Jeff. We'll just call you Jeff. Nice to have you here. Good to see you. I'm going to have to get me another cup of Java. The Green Mile was a good movie. Castaway was a good movie. I think the funniest line in any movie ever was Lake Placid, the first one, and he's holding up the toe and he says, "Is this your friend?" He said he was much bigger. He looked a lot bigger, or whatever. Yeah. I like Sully. I did like the movie Sully. Happy Thursday, that's right. I remember the movie Big. Remember the movie Bachelor Party with Tom Hanks? I think that's the one that actually got his career going was Bachelor Party. I love the movie Loose Cannons with Gene Hackman and Dan Aykroyd. That was a funny movie, man. Chevy Chase has some good movies too, but he's not really funny. He's got a dry sense of humor, which makes it funny. Could you pull the arrow out and suck out the poison? Is there any money in it for me? Vegas Vacation, yeah. I liked I like most of Morgan Freeman's movies. I like most of his. um, Double Jeopardy was pretty good with um, Ashley Judd and Morgan Freeman. That was a pretty good movie. I could literally kill you in front of everybody and I wouldn't be convicted because I was already convicted of that. Remember the movie Fletch? Yep. You remember the old movie Old Yeller at the end when Old Yeller got shot? I didn't cry. That was from a John Belushi or Jim Belushi movie. John Belushi, whatever. Jim Belushi, K9 or something like that. I remember Fletch. You're right. Rob Lee, Good Morning Vietnam. They don't make any good movies anymore. I did see a good movie the other day with Bruce Willis. It's hard to believe there was a good movie with Bruce Willis in it. But it was a remake, Death Wish. I thought that was pretty cool. Oh. Walter Matthau was a hell of a good actor, and so was who the hell was the other guy? Jack Lemmon. Yeah. Yeah, Bobby likes the Barney songs. I love you, you love me. Well, hello, boys and girls. Good morning, Caroline. You're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. Did you do something different to your hair, dear? Oh. Yeah, pink panties and purple dinosaurs. That's right. That's a good match. There you go. Ouch. Got a burr on the finger. Got a burr on that one, too. For those that come in late, had to take my 4:30 yesterday. Got a call from my daughter-in-law. Um, they had to, the hospital called her and said she needed to get back up there because they had to give her some more fluids. Evidently, yeah, they're not the same without Charles Bronson. Yeah, he made that movie great, especially when he invented the sock and $10 worth of quarters thing. You know. Uh, anyways, so we went and picked her up, and she didn't even get in to see anybody till 11 o'clock. And we left there, and we got home at 2:45 this morning. I loved all the Death Wish movies. Those are pretty cool. I can't remember the name. It's a Breakheart Pass or something like that. That's got Charles Bronson in it, where he's a wanted man. He lives up in the Alaskan territory or Canadian territory all by himself, and the Mounties come to get him, or somebody comes to get him. I can't remember. I haven't seen it in 30 years, but I like that movie. Oh, I know. He's not a very tall guy. He's a short guy. He's only about 5'3" or 5'4" or something like that. No. Yeah, he's built like a tank for that size. Paul Kersey, you're right. Yeah, there's a couple of killers too in Hollywood, killer movies or killers, Robert Blake, Robert Wagner. Now, I guess they're investigating, I can't even remember her name now, um, Robert Wagner's wife's death, drowning, because evidently he's, I don't know, I heard that he's confessed to it or whatever, that he threw her overboard or killed her or whatever. I can't even remember her name anymore. Yeah. Listed at 5'9", but he's 5'7". Chuck Norris, yeah. Now, Chuck Norris is what, 76, 77, 78, something like that? I didn't know he was that old until a few years ago, you know. Wild Wild West, yeah. I remember Robert Conrad. You guys remember the TV show Switch with Eddie Albert from Green Acres? That was a pretty good show. Jeffrey, have a good one, man. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Stop on by. I'll be here again tomorrow. So, I'll be here tonight, 8 p.m. my time. So. Did you see Jan Michael Vincent died or whatever? Clint Eastwood was good. I loved a lot of his westerns. His Dirty Harry's was pretty good too. That's right. Good, bad, and the ugly. That's right. I wouldn't doubt it. You know, there's sitting, people are getting so damn butthurt over everything anymore. It's pathetic. It's just out ridiculous. Two Mules for Sister Sarah. I can't remember the other one, but the one where they cut up the hooker's face. I can't remember the name of that, but he went there to go collect a bounty on it. Eastbound and down, rolling up and trucking. We're gonna go, can't it be done? We got a long ways to go in a short time to get there. Unforgiven, there you go. Thank you. Breaker 19. This here's the duck. On the dark of the moon, it's 6th of June in Kenworth, hauling logs. Cab over Pete with a reefer on and a Jimmy hauling hogs. There you go. About a mile out of Shaky Town. Pick pin, this here's the rubber duck about to lay the hammer down. I always loved C.W. McCall. What song? Eastbound and Down? Rolling up and trucking? We're gonna do what they can't, what they say can't be done. So. That started the CB craze. And in fact, it was on the Dinah Shore show where he did his first live show. Well, I wasn't always a garbage man there, Brian. I was a super trucker, hauled super doubles. So. Come on, Fred. Hey, Snowman, once you get Fred back in the truck, the cops are going to be driving by you. Yeah. You just let me know if you know anybody that can back up a set of super trains. They're a big Stevie, besides me. If you know anybody personally, you don't even know me personally, but you know who I am. But if you know somebody that can back up a set of super trains, let me know. What we have. I like Cool Hand Luke, where the warden says, "What we have here is a failure to communicate, but you have to have your mind right." And Jackie Gleason, don't go home. Don't go to the store. Don't go anywhere. Yes, after I got out of the garbage business, I worked for a dump truck company for about 6 months, and then I went to work for a hauling company, and I hauled 7-axle roll-off trailers, and then 8-axle roll-off trailers, and then 8-axle open-top trailers, and then I went to hauling trains, and then I went to super trains. That's right. Nobody makes Buford T. Justice look like a possum specker. That's right. Jenny. Good morning, Jenny. You look lovely as ever. And Caroline, if I didn't say it, but you're looking lovely as ever too, Caroline. Sorry about that. I thought I said it, but my head not up. Long haul. I never did any long haul. Mine was just, from Ohio to Michigan, or from Michigan to Ohio and Indiana, but I was home every night. Nothing like going down the highway weighing 164,000 or plus. So, I went to the Carlton Farms, and I weighed so much they couldn't weigh me. So I had to pull the truck on, weigh that, and then take the truck and take it off, and then, pull off the scale and just leave the trailer on it. I weighed 263,000 pounds. Yep, I was 100,000 almost over. I was almost 50 ton overweight. You wanted to drive, but you got married and life happens. You're right. Yeah, I made good money just running, interstate, tri-state or whatever. Local, let's put it that way. New from the Acceptable Channel about yesterday. Okay. And if you guys don't know who the Acceptable Channel is, that's Dewey. The Dewey Decimal. So you guys go check out Dewey. He's got a good channel. That's pretty cool. Be a taxi. Yo, taxi. Where to, pal? How many divorces have you been through there, Caroline, after your first divorce? How many divorces have you had? Dewey's not on here, Steve. I got a notification that he's got his has a video up. Right. Two, unfortunately. Yeah, I know it's a shame. I've been married twice myself. My first and last time right here. I'll never get married again. I love her until death do us part. It'll probably be my life, but all right, Lane, you have yourself a great day, man. It's 9 p.m. there. All right, you have yourself a great night. Rest well. If you're up in 11 hours, I'll be back on again at 8 p.m. my time, so in 11 hours from your time. So it'll be, what, 8 a.m.? Yeah. You was looking for him yourself there. Three's a charm for me. There you go. Yeah. You're on your second marriage? So. Me and Kathy will be married 36 years in July. All right there, Lane. Come on in. I'll be on. Nice to have you here. I got to check out your channel. I forgot to do that. I always try to check out your channels. I think I've seen that amenity, amity or something. I can't remember. I can't pronounce it. Okay. I appreciate you being here. Yeah. Well, I can't show that because YouTube won't let me because you said channel on it, but he says nothing on my channel. Haha. I know. But I have to hide that. But come on back at 11 hours and we'll have another show here for you there, Lane. So, all right. You've been married 12 years so far? This marriage or together? $19 for you. Oh, that's good. I gotta go get me a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I had to make a pot. 3 years of hell. You've been married 3 times, Bobby? Jesus criminy, you're a player. See, I love Kathy because she tells me I do. No, I love her, man. I love her to death. I'd kill for her and I'd die for her. So. I do that for my grandkids too. I've told that hundreds of times. Somebody ever touched my grandkids, if I could, that would be the end of them. I'd go to prison for them. There would be justice, not 2 years down the road on he gets out. No, the guy never gets out. It's kind of hard to crawl out of a casket underground. I think we had to do to pedophiles what they do to dogs that attack children. I think we had to put them down. I'm sorry if that offends anybody, but that's the way I feel. Kids are the backbone of our country, and we got to start treating our kids better, start teaching our kids better. Instead of giving them everything, make them earn something, make them earn respect, make them earn, knowledge. Give them some knowledge. I have 3, Carolyn. Boy, girl, boy, and he'll be 36 in December. She'll be 32 in January, or she turned 32 in January. She'll be 33 in January. And the youngest just turned 24 in March. So. I have 7 grandkids right now. And my oldest has 5. 4 that live with him, 1 that lives with her mother. That was from his first girlfriend, or first relationship. She lives with her mother, and then he was married twice. And he's got the kids from both marriages. So, and then my son, my youngest son, they're having a baby in the end of June, but she has 2 kids already, Naya and Kavana, so they're my grandkids too. So. Yeah, you go to jail now. '24 in June. Hey, guess what? My prescriptions are ready. I have to get over there and get them done. Got a message here from somebody.
you out, but this is the final attempt to reach you. Look, I know there's a lot of junk out there online, but just trying to follow up with some folks and share this information freely with them because it's totally changed my life. Now, if you are serious and you're open-minded to make a 5-figure income every couple of weeks, then make sure to go back to www.2019freedom.com. Again, that's 2019freedom.com, and that's spelled just the way it sounds. That's 2019.
So go, if you guys want to make a 5-digit income every couple of weeks, go to 2019freedom.com. Yeah. 5-digit income, 00.000, 5 digits. There you go. Hey, I got one the other day. Hey, Keith, I've been trying to get a hold of you. I can't remember what it was about. Oh, my vacation plans. So I answered the phone. Said, hey, I don't know how many times I got to tell you guys to quit calling me because I ain't interested. Yeah, you didn't want the school. Yeah, you got an ass whipping in school. You got an ass whipping when you got home. And that was a hot guarantee, I'm telling you. First thing my dad would ask you when you got home, where'd you go today? Oh, I went to school. Did you really? Where else in school did you go today? Well, I went to gym class. I went to study hall. I went to math class and English class and phys ed. And did you happen to make it to the principal? Stella's upstairs. She's sick. Lay down and watch some TV. And Once you admitted you were at the principal's office. You ever heard? Huh?
Coffee?
I can't hear you.
Coffee.
Coffee?
I like coffee.
I'll get you something here in a minute there, Zion, okay? I can't understand what he's saying. But if you ever heard the sound of a belt slipping out of like 7 or 8 belt loops all at once, yes, buddy. That makes you a firm believer that you don't screw up in school. I was strip searched one day in school. So they thought I was hiding something, so they took me into the office. And I said, what kind of drugs you got on you? I said, I ain't got any drugs on me. None whatsoever. I don't do drugs. Sure you don't. I said, I don't. I don't know where you're getting your information, but I don't have any drugs on me. I don't even carry aspirin to school. We need, take everything out of your pockets and start taking your clothes off. I said, is this legal? Well, we can call the cops if you want. I said, well, it don't matter to me. You can call them if you want, but I'll do what you want. Well, I'm sitting there standing in my skivvies. They didn't like it when I cleaned out my pockets. I had a couple of cigarette wrappers and stuff like that, a matchbook that didn't have any matches in it. I put it on his desk. He said, so you smoke cigarettes? I said, I sure do. My mom and dad knows. So where's your cigarettes? No, I said, I don't bring them to school. Well, I do bring them to school, but I never brought them. I didn't have them with me. I'd stop at my locker, get a cigarette and some matches, and I'd go to the bathroom and have me a cigarette break. But I didn't have anything on me when they pulled me into the office. The look on his face was precious when he didn't find anything on me. So, yeah, they're taking God out of school. Yeah, but they'll let Muhammad in school though. I don't know what he was asking. I got coffee. I have no idea. You got arrested for smoking a cigarette in school? Yeah. Years ago, shoot, I was in Votech, and oh bastard, I'm gonna kill him if you don't quit. Um, I was at Votech, and I decided I'd have me a cigarette walking to the bus. So I lit one up as soon as I walked out of the building. I'm walking to the bus. It's cold out, people breathing, and I'm smoking a cigarette. Next thing I know, I hear, "Hey, Mr. Miller." And well, when you get done with that cigarette, make sure tomorrow when you get here, you go to Dale Lane's office. He'd like to see you first thing in the morning. So, okay, I'm not going to get any more trouble for smoking. So I just finished my cigarette, got on the bus, and went back to my school. And then the next day, I Votech, and we're going to 3-day suspension. But see, they couldn't suspend me from school, but they could suspend me from Votech. Big deal. I didn't go to Votech for 3 days. Oh. You're right. Another thing I think, they should separate, church and state. That's what they got. Church and state is separated. Okay, that's fine. I do believe that churches should pay taxes too. These mega churches that are getting 10, 12, 15 million dollars a week, they should be paying taxes. All these Catholic churches, they should be paying taxes. Every church should be paying taxes. I think after you make $500,000 in donations, it should be taxed after $500,000. That's my belief. It should be that way. The Vatican has more money than God. And where do they get all that money? They get it from all the Catholic churches sending them money. Now, people complain about all the illegal aliens sending money out of the country. Well, that's exactly where your money goes if you're a Catholic and you give, donations, your tithes. Whatever the church does, the church has to send so much of their money to the Vatican. And that's where they get it. So, the Vatican's its own country, actually. It's 110 acres with a 40-foot wall all the way around it, or a 30-foot wall. It's its own country. It has its own army, which is, I don't know, not very many. But it's got they have a lot of guns down in their storage area. They have their own post office. They have everything. It is a big racket. So they all had to pay taxes. If the churches paid taxes, this country wouldn't be in the shape it's in. Right. They make 20 to 40,000 a year. The smaller churches wouldn't have to pay. The ones that make less than $500,000 wouldn't have to pay. I went to a church for a couple of years. They couldn't even afford to pay the preacher. He had to work a second job. Okay? They couldn't afford to pay him because the donations weren't nothing. They were lucky to get $150 or $200 a month or a week donations. Well, by the time you pay the lights and electricity and everything else, there wasn't enough money there to pay the preacher. He got a house, but the house, he moved out of that because it wasn't big enough for him and his family. And then the church rented the house out, and they got another $500 or $600 a month rent for that, which helped to pay the bills. So, didn't he tip over the tables with the coins in it or something like tax money? Yeah, I bet. So, Marie. Small churches are nice, but and like I said, any church that makes over $500,000 a year had to be taxed. So, that's right. He was very mad. So, oh, I'm gonna have to make breakfast for the kitties here in about 13 minutes. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. I'm not Catholic either. Well, I'm part Catholic.
Ari said her socks upstairs. Ari's.
Yeah, well, she can stay down here.
My one sock is up there.
Well, take the other sock off, then you don't have to worry about it. Put it right here on the table, right there. And then when Stella gets up, you can go get your other sock. I don't know why you'd come downstairs with one sock on. He was raised Catholic. Kevin, in just a few minutes, I'll get you cereal as soon as I'm off in here. Another 10 minutes, okay? Go watch some TV. You're a Presbyterian? Well, my mom was Catholic and my dad was Baptist, so that makes me a Captist. No, shut that off. I know. You're Catholic there, Marie? I'm just kidding. I'm Baptist. My mom was Catholic. My dad was Baptist, and you're Christian. I'm not even religious. I do believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I don't go to church anymore. I used to. Just because I don't go doesn't mean I don't believe, and I do believe. And I try to live a life where I don't have to repent for too much stuff. That's right. That's all you gotta have is Jesus in your heart. I do pray. I say my prayers. Worst thing I want to happen to me is me not be able to go to the pearly gates. Justice of the peace. There you go. Christian equals Christ. Yep. Right. I don't believe a religion that says go out there and kill everybody if they don't believe in it. Okay, so you're right. You can believe in God without going to church. And you're absolutely right. He does hear you. I prayed the other day when I was at the hospital that my daughter-in-law would make it through the operation fine, and that my grandson he would, there wouldn't be any complications. And I prayed several times for that. And they were fully equipped in case she had to they had to do emergency C-section. They had an incubator and everything else inside the operating room, and a baby doctor, whether the obstetrician or pediatrician, I don't even know what they're called, but they had a baby doctor inside the surgery room waiting just in case. And that's the University of Michigan Hospital, and they are pretty good. Their emergency room sucks, but they were pretty good. And I do have like a minute video of a helicopter taking off from a launch pad, which is pretty cool. hopefully I can figure out how. I gotta take one of my cords and see if I can download it into the computer, and then I'll put that up as a little video. But those it's a free world. Everybody has an opinion, and and if people get upset about your opinion, then you no longer have an opinion. So, I don't get along, or me and the Democrats, we both have our own opinions. I'll listen to what they have to say, but they don't want to listen to what you have to say, because you're wrong automatically. So, that being said, I believe there ought to be a wall. And people that say there shouldn't be a wall, tell me about a wall or a fence not being around your house. 90% of all homes, properties have a fence. 90%. Basically, any business that has any property has a fence. And it works. A fence does work. You love my Pelosi video? That's right. Nasty Pelosi. Hey, this is Nasty Pelosi here. Yeah. Too bad I didn't have some false teeth. I'd have had them coming out of my mouth half the time, because I think that's what's wrong with her. Her dentures are slipping 90% of the time. You're right. And if you can't say your opinion, then it's not a free country. I have no problem with somebody voicing their opinion. I don't. But when I voice my opinion, don't sit there and call me names, because I am, don't call me a racist because I'm a Republican. I was a Democrat up till Obama's 6th year. And I've been a Democrat. Be quiet. I voted for Ross Perot, okay? But I have voted Democrat all the way through. Until Obama hit his 6th year, and I figured what a schmuck I was for voting for him and the Democratic Party all this time. I seen the light. But I don't cut them down. I don't call them names. If you want to have an opinion conversation, I'll have one. But if you want to sit there and call me names, call me a racist because I'm Donald Trump or whatever, I keep trying to tell them the KKK was founded by the Democratic Party. Not one Democrat voted for the abolishment of slavery, but we are the racists. So you got to send me a message. Send it to me at irondog63@gmail.com, or you can send it to my Facebook. You just found that out? I knew that for a couple of months. Did you also know that with 7% of the vote counted, they claimed that he was he won the mayor, or he won the governor. And when they claimed that he won the governor, the other guy running for governor was out in front by 10 points. So who got screwed there? Well, Marie, I'm going to be gone here in 4 minutes. So, yeah, that's Newsom is Pelosi's nephew. Also, did you know Pelosi's son, they're checking his company for violations, fraud violations? Yeah. You're sitting here laughing after what I sent. Okay. Is it on my Gmail, or is it in Facebook? No. All right, Bobby, you have a great day too. I appreciate you being here. Okay, you got it on Facebook. I've got some pictures of that, Brian. It's got a man and a woman saying right at the headstone, "So you're a Democrat, eh?" Yeah. Okay. There is a bunch of voter fraud in California because they sent out jury duty notices, and the notices went to all these people, and 480,000 of them replied back that they weren't a citizen. Now, the only way you get a jury duty is to have a driver's license and voter registered to vote. So how do you do that? How can you be registered to vote and have a driver's license but not be an illegal or not be a legal citizen? Let that sink in for a minute. 480 million or 480,000, I think it was, or 430,000 were illegal. They weren't legal to be in the country. All right, Kevin. You have a great day, man. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. But you know, if somebody wants to have a, you know, a discussion on, you know, a wall and not a wall or whatever, I agree there has to be immigration reform. Okay, but I won't call an illegal alien an illegal immigrant, because they are not an immigrant. They are an alien. An alien is not supposed to be here. An immigrant is. So go play and I'll get your your cereal. Go play and I'll get your cereal. Yeah, I have to show ID here in Michigan. The ones that don't have you show ID, that's the ones that are voting Democrat all the time because they don't show ID. I voted one time. It took this guy couldn't speak any English. Okay. So they had to have an interpreter. Okay. This guy was 70 years old. Couldn't speak any English. But he was voting. Didn't have any ID. But he was voting. He had to sign a waiver stating that he was a legal citizen. Well, I can sign that my name is Jose Consuelo or whatever. Jose Garcia. Rafael Muciano. It don't matter. If I'm not in this country legally, I can sign my name. What are you going to do? Check it? Democrat. Click. It was pretty funny. He couldn't speak no English. He couldn't read no English, but he could vote. He could look right at the English, you know, vote. English voting paper, and he could read that. Oh, that's pretty funny, huh? Megan, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. I hate to do this to you, Megan, but I'm walking out the doors. We're talking right now. But I appreciate you being here, and everybody check out Megan's blog. Lovely lady, and by the way, you're looking lovely as ever, Megan. But I'll have to I got to catch another one of your live streams. I thought it was pretty cool the other day when I slipped in there and said howdy. So, but y'all have a great day. God bless. Prayers and peace be with you. Stay safe, stay warm, stay dry. Take care. And I will see you tonight, 8 p.m. tonight for my for my Thursday night chat. And then I will be back tomorrow. Now, hopefully I can see you all here again tonight or tomorrow. It'd be nice. So y'all have a great day, and we will talk to you later. Yep, at least you made it here today, Brian. I appreciate it. I really do. Come catch me tonight. I know you'll be up. Well, I'm glad you said hello, Megan, and I'll try to pop into one of your next live stream here too. I got another one I got to go see. But if I get a chance, I'll check your pop into one of your live streams and say hi again. So, I like makeup. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Take care, and we will see you later. Thank you for being here. I got to make breakfast for the kiddies.